Good day, everybody. Good day. Welcome, Mommy. Good morning. Welcome, Wayne. May the night sky touch your soul. Wayne, may the night sky touch your soul too, my brother. Good morning, Tim. It's good to see you. It's good to see everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip. Let me just adjust that a little bit. With Rev Melissa, and I am Rev Melissa. And I'm just thrilled. I'm just thrilled that I am here with you all. I hope everyone is doing well, sending us some love energy. And let me just ask the question, how are you feeling? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today, Gladys? Let me look at the list. You remember the list from the New York Times, the 10-day Fresh Start Challenge that we did last week and the week before. So let's see. I am feeling delighted. Oh, yes. I'm feeling delighted. Yes, 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 yes. So how are y'all feeling today? How are you feeling today, Lindsay? I want to know. I want to know how you feeling. Mommy is feeling blessed. I know that's right, Mommy. And we say what we say. I am blessed and highly favored. Yes, 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 yes. How are you feeling? Let's get attuned. Let's get attuned to our feeling tone for the day. What feeling tone do you want to have today? I want a feeling tone of delight. Delight me today, day. Delight me. Lindsay, I feel joyful and content and motivated. Yes. Well, we got a lot of motivation going on. Gladys feel motivated. Tim is feeling fortunate. Tim, I love that. Fortunate. I feel fortunate too. Fortunate and delight. I'm delighted and I am delightfully fortunate. There we go. I feel delightfully fortunate. Yes, yes, yes. So we are wrapping up our series. Awareness, acceptance, accountability, authenticity, and healing. Yes, that's what we're wrapping up today. So we've been in this journey. I've been sharing. This week has been a sharing week, and I've been sharing my experiences and my work when I was in grad school at USM, getting my master's degree in spiritual psychology, and the journey of that, and me discovering a lot of my work because I've been digging around for information that I need to complete my affiliation process with Centers for Spiritual Living. And so I shared that I uncovered the counseling approach that I had to create for my thesis. And the counseling approach is called Africa. Yes. And so Africa stands for Awareness for Reaching Your Inner Counselor Approach. And the acronym, one of the techniques that is part of Africa counseling approach is It's So yesterday I shared two of the techniques from the and today I'm going to share just one more. I'm going to share one more today. So I just want to remind us that yesterday we were in the waters of how we relate to the issue. And for us to remember that it's not about the issue, it's about how we relate to ourselves as we relate to the issue. Okay? So it's all about you. It's all about me. How you relate to yourself while you go through the issue is the issue. So if you're not clear about what the issue is, guess what? The issue is you. The issue is you. So I see my glasses are getting foggy. Let me just take care of that real quick. It must be warmer today because it's a little warm in the house. And I'm excited. So I got a lot of energy going on right now. Okay. So the other thing I want to remind us from yesterday is to choose yourself rather than abuse yourself, right? So to remember that inner critic is not who you are, right? Remember the inner critic is not who you are. So don't beat yourself up. Don't be abusive towards yourself, right? Be loving towards yourself. Because the best elixir to heal is love, right? So we're applying love to the parts within us that hurt. We're applying love to those places. And we could do that by talking to ourselves, right? And by going to the library. And what's going to the library? Shh, getting quiet, going into the silence, right? All right. So today, the technique I want to share today is called the ghostwriting technique. I keep having flashbacks, y'all. I keep having flashbacks of my professor reading this paper and saying, "What is up with this girl? Go to the library, ghostwriting. What is she talking about?" So this is ghostwriting. So let me go to the paper. And this is what I wrote. What is ghostwriting really? Would I ghost? Really? Just spirits hanging around looking for something to do? Well, get a pen and go within and ask it a question and ask spirits to write down the answer. John said in Revelations that God told him to write for the words that are true and faithful, to write it down. Write it down. And it is done. It is done. So this is an approach that we can use in connecting with our inner counselor, using our spirit as our ghostwriter, using our soul as our ghostwriter. So I want to share something because I was like, oh, I was talking about John and Revelations. What was going on? So I went, got my text. I said, okay, let me go to Revelations and see what was going on, right? So we know that in Revelations, it's really John sharing the vision, right? Revelations, the book of Revelations in the Bible is a vision. Most of the Bible are visions, callings, parables. You know, Jesus spoke in parables, right? And so Revelation is the vision that John received from Christ, right? Christ consciousness. We all have it, right? We all can be in touch with, connect with our Christ consciousness, right? So that's what John did in the book of Revelations. And he shared the vision and he wrote it down, right? He was ghost writing for Christ. Okay? So this is Revelations 2, 5. Revelations chapter 2, verses 5 through, let's read through 6 maybe. He who was seated on the throne said, so who is he talking about? God, divine, Christ, right? And where's God, Christ? Where's all that? Within us, the indwelling spirit? Yes? Okay. He who was seated on the throne said, I am making everything new. Then he said, write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true. He said to me, it is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To him who is thirsty, I will give to drink without cost from the spring of the water of life. right? That's some good instruction right there. To write it down. It is done. Write it down, right? Connect with the indwelling spirit. Get present with the presence. Get a pen in your hand and write down what comes through and trust it. Be faithful about it. Be faithful about it. So this is how we can ghostwrite for our spirit, for our soul's call, because we're also talking about, that is the sound of the soul's call, right? Because we could take that deep breath and go within and have access to everything that we need to know about what is ours to do. What is our next baby step? If you have a question, go within, write down the answer, because then you can refer back to it, right? Our journals are a genealogy of answered prayers. Mark Batterson said that in his book, Draw the Circle. I love that. And so in this looking for things, I've uncovered a whole bunch of things. And so yesterday I spent some time clearing out my closet, because I don't know about y'all, my closet's not big enough for me. And because of the pandemic, see that how I blame the pandemic? Because of the pandemic, I have all seasons in my closet. And my closet is not big enough for all seasons, right? So I usually, rotate out my seasons. And I didn't rotate out winter when spring came. So I got winter, spring in there, and it's a hot mess. So yesterday I said, okay, Melissa, let's just spend a little time clearing out this closet. So I was taking out all my winter things so I could have some space. And on the floor in the corner is another treasure chest, y'all. It's a smaller storage bin that I have. And I was like, what is in that? Totally forgot it was there. Open it up, and it is stacks of journals, right? So here I'm like, girl, don't go in there. Don't open it up. Don't pick up a book. No, girl, don't do it. You got all those clothes on your bed. Don't do it. Girl, go ahead. Just open up one. It won't hurt. Just open up one journal. So here I go, y'all. Picked up this journal. It was about 20 journals in this thing. I picked up this journal, and I set a timer on my Margaretta. I set a timer. I set an alarm. I was giving myself 10 minutes to just flip through this journal. And after the 10 minutes, I was going to put it back and continue to do what I needed to do, right? So I flipped through it. And what do I flip to first? What do I flip to first? Wait a minute. Let me find it. Because I was like, you know what? Oh, I hope I can find it quickly. It was a quote by Emerson. I kid you not. A quote by Emerson. I thought I flagged it. Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar. Oh, I can't find it, y'all. But it was a quote by Emerson. And so, I've been feeling Emerson. So I think next week we're going to have a series on some Emerson work. I think that's what I'm being called to do. So I see the Emerson quote. And since I have, like 9.5 more minutes, I said, let me just go a little deeper. So I go a little further, and I want to share this with you because we're talking about using writing as a tool to connect to our inner counselor, to reconnect with our soul's call. So I wrote this, and I'm so grateful that I date and I do this whole thing with my journals. I put the date, the time, all kinds of stuff. So I wrote this on a Monday, July 4th, 2011 at 7:33 a.m. This is what I wrote. And so I wrote this right after I must have been doing my inspirational reading, because I'm talking about Emmett Fox. So I must have read Emmett Fox that day. So I wrote, I read Emmett Fox for today, and he talks about your own place. He says, whoever you are, your true place is calling. And because you are really a spark of the divine, you will never be content until you answer it. Remember that this call is the call of spirit. This call is the call of your soul. And when God calls you to his service, he pays all the expenses. Whatever you may require to answer that call, all will be furnished. You will be about this business. So today, I know that I have everything that I need to answer this call. Today, I answer the call of spirit to her divine service, trusting and having complete faith that spirit got me, that spirit got this, and got me from the beginning to the end. And so it is. 2011, right? And when I read that spirit is going to pay all the expenses, right? I started to think about all of the examples of that happening, right? Yes. The expenses of traveling for 2 years back and forth to California with accommodations. The school did not have a dorm, right? Accommodations, eating, all the things, the books, all the things, right? All of that was taken care of with grace and ease because I answered the call. What is calling forth for you to answer? And you're thinking and believing that you don't have the money, that you have to have this before you could do that. No. Look at what is written. Look at what is written in your life. Your soul is telling you to write it down. Put it in black and white. You have a vision. Spirit has given you a vision, just like Spirit gave John a vision. Write it down. Write it down. Your soul is calling to you. Your soul is calling to you. It's time for us to answer. It's time for us to answer. Yes. Oh, I tell you, the journals are a genealogy of answered prayers. When I read that, y'all know I had me a praise. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. Right there. Yes, I did. I went in because I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Right? It has not been smooth. Don't get me wrong. There's been some peaks and there's been some valleys. Right? There's been some trials and there's been some tribulations. But what I know is that God got me. God got me. All expenses paid. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So let's come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hear it. Listen. Write it down. Make it plain. Make it plain. Do your work. Do your work. So the other chapter, the other verse that I wanted to share, and we've heard this, and we might not even realize this is from sacred text. Write the vision and make it plain. Right? All of us have heard that, right? Write the vision and make it plain. It ain't complicated. Listening ain't complicated. We make it complicated, but in and of itself, it's not complicated. So let's do that. Write the vision. Your soul is giving you the template for your life. Write it down. Make it plain. Right? And then do it. Step by step, baby step by baby step, breath by breath. Ah, by ah. Yes. All right, y'all. So that wraps it up. That is our series: awareness, acceptance, accountability, authenticity, and healing. That is where we are. All right. All right. So I am Rev Melissa. I am an ordained interfaith minister. I am a licensed religious science practitioner. I am a purpose coach. And that triune is my ministry of joy. And I am so grateful. And I am so delighted. And I am so fortunate to do this work. And so if you need support, if you need guidance, with writing it down, with connecting to that small, still voice within you, reach out to me. Reach out to me. And we could do this together. Yes? All right, y'all. So we're living life in joy, connected to our yes. So let's get into some joy news. All right. I might do a recap on Monday. That just came to me. I think I want to do a recap on Monday. All right. So some joy news. We are in June. Shout out to all the June birthdays. Today's June 4th. Tomorrow's my brother's birthday, Daryl. So happy birthday, my brother. It's also Black Music Month. It's also Pride Month. It's also Father's Day is happening this month. So a lot of wonderful things happening in the month of June. And one of those things is the show Living Life in Joy. Our June edition is Black Music Month. And so my husband, Marco Nobles, is curating the show. There he is. He is the co-founder of Enjoy Enterprises and creator of rhythmandsoulradio.com. You can check him out right now. 24-hour internet radio station. I guarantee you will hear music that you never heard before because he supports the independent artist movement. That is his ministry. His ministry is independent music, independent artists, supporting them. So please join us Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Save the date, June 11th is our meditation with the moon. It is the new moon. The new moon is upon us soon. So join me on June 11th at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Registration is open now. The registration information is on my Facebook page. I am Rev Melissa. You can also find it on Eventbrite. When you register, you'll get 2 emails from Eventbrite. One of them will have the Zoom link. So you just stroll down, look for the Zoom link, okay? Don't text me 4 o'clock in the morning on June 11th asking me to send you the Zoom link. I'm not going to respond. I'm just telling you right now. So go register now, okay? June 11th, 4 a.m. Eastern Time, we do a full-blown spiritual practice. And I think I'm feeling like we're going to do some Africa on June 11th. I think we're going to have the experience of some of these approaches techniques that I've been sharing, and the right? That's what I think we're going to do. So it's a full-blown spiritual practice. So please come 4 a.m., and then you could go back to bed. 3 First Sunday, June 13th. My guest is Steve Wallace, an amazing artist. Then I'm speaking at Centers for Spiritual Living, 11:30 a.m. The topic is Lean into Discomfort. And 7 p.m. on June 13th, I am the guest on Let's Talk Podcast. And that is the podcast that is hosted by Regina Smithwick. So I will keep reminding you all of these wonderful things that are happening. Remember, you can support my ministry of joy in many ways, whatever suits your fancy. You can go and have a joy mug, Sip Joy mug. You could do t-shirts, Live Life in Joy, Connect to Your Yes, long sleeve and short sleeve. And of course, the wonderful Joy, Joy, Joy socks on Etsy at iamrevmelissa. You can also support my ministry by a love offering. I so appreciate the love offerings that I receive. You can continue to do so at Cash App or Venmo. If my work resonates, speaks to you, give you that you need today, then consider a love offering. You can also support my work by subscribing to my YouTube channel. The YouTube challenge is still happening, y'all. We're slowly getting up there. So please share with your circle. You know, some folks are not on social media at all. So you can share with them, go on YouTube and check out Rev Melissa at I Am Rev Melissa. Subscribe, like, make a comment. And let's see what else. The podcast. Yeah, I'm being gentle with myself about the podcast, y'all. Yes, I am. But there's lots of information on the podcast, Sips of My Sips. So please check that out on your favorite podcast platform. All right. So I want to check in with Sekou for the weekend, see what he's got going on. Because I had heard there's a challenge going on, Sekou. What's going on?
A challenge?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, yeah. So this is my birthday month. For those of you that don't know, that haven't been listening to Rev Melissa, shout out to the fact it's my birthday month. My birthday is June 24th, and I decided that I'm already doing, and I'm going to continue doing what's called a run streak. Now, this is a term that I just learned about because I've been working out with a group called Black Men Run. And apparently that's a national organization, but there's a local chapter called Black Men Run Nashville. And I started hanging out with them. And they started talking about run streaks. And I didn't want to ask them what it meant. So I looked it up later. Excuse me. But that means that you run consistently every day, right? So I'm doing a run streak, my first run streak for the month of June. And so this is day 4. If you want to get in with me, I would appreciate the moral support, the solidarity. So the call to action is just get your body moving for at least a mile. Well, actually, that's my call to action. How about your call to action is to do whatever it is you decide to do every day for the month of June. Like everybody's got different levels of physical ability, but do something every day for the whole month. So that's the challenge. That's what I'm doing. And the goal is just to not miss a day. And that's much harder than it sounds like. that is actually the hardest part, not missing a day. And it was a couple of days ago where I didn't do my jog until late in the day, but I got it in. So anyway, if you want to join in on that, feel free. Let me know. Put a little something in the chat. Let me know. Put your little fist up. You got my back. I'd appreciate it. And also, I just wanted to respond to the ghostwriting part. There is a corollary in the writing world. Like I'm a writer, and I went to grad school for writing. And in the writing world, it's called free writing. And so what we'll do to get past writer's block is do a free write. We'll just take pen to paper or keys to keyboard and just write for a specific amount of time. We'll set a timer like you did for your journal, set a time, and then just write for that period of time. And the goal is to keep the pen moving or keep the words flowing without thinking about what you're writing, without thinking about punctuation, capitalization, any of that. Just keep the flow. And every time you'll be surprised at what comes out because you'll start off thinking there's nothing there. You got nothing to say. And then when you look back, when the timer goes off and you stop and you look back and you're like, oh, wow, I had a lot to say. There was a lot that came through. So if you're out there thinking, oh, I don't know how to ghostwrite, Yes, you do. Just set a timer and put pen to paper or keys to keyboard and just let it come out without stopping, and you'll be surprised by what comes out of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. So I'm joining you, Sekou. I'm doing a jumping jacks streak.
There
So,
we go.
so
My first cosign.
yes.
Where's my drum roll? Where's my thing? I think we need the beats for that one. Right? The hip hop beat. There we go.
50 jumping jacks a day.
Woo!
I just
That's
do
strong.
20 now. I'm just doing 20 now. So I'm pushing myself to 50. And to add to that, I encourage everyone, if you want to streak, make your spiritual practice a streak. Every day, do your spiritual practice. No excuses, right? Make that one of them. So a spiritual one, and we got a physical one.
Right.
All right.
Because that kind of goes without saying. Like, I'm definitely still doing that. Don't get it twisted. I'm still doing that. So I'm adding on. So yes.
I'm talking to the congregation of joy over here.
We got another one. We got another one. Boom. Gladys is in.
Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. So we are doing our spiritual practice every day, and we are doing something physical to support Sekou with his running streak for his birthday. All right. All right. We got you, Sekou. We got you. All right, everybody. So that's today. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all on Sunday for Living Life in Joy, 10:30 a.m. Special guest, Marco Nobles. I love you much. If you need me, I'm here. Just reach out. All right. So peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.